When we get married, it's very exciting to pick out the dress we want to wear and the pictures we want to take and the arrangements and the food and getting together and going to the Buddhist church, to the Christian church, to the mosque, to the synagogue, to the temple. It's very, very exciting. And all the family get together and all the mothers say, thank God they're getting married before I die. Thank God they're going to be okay and not alone before I become too old and senile to see them. And thank goodness they're going to be okay. So in our Eastern tradition, the parents are very helpful in reminding us we need to get married ASAP. So getting married is quite an easy procedure. If you dated someone for quite a long time and you've known them, you check them out, and you understand each other, getting married is registering, signing a piece of paper, getting together, going to the holy house to be blessed, to be sanctified in our union. That's quite easy. But after the ceremony, after the 3-day holiday honeymoon in Bangkok, after the 3-day honeymoon in Bangkok, there's the laundry. My point is getting married is very easy. Staying married is a excellent and wonderful growing experience if we make it that way. How is it a growing experience? It is a growing experience because we're used to being on our own. We're used to being by ourselves. We're used to doing things the way we like. And now we have another person. And this person figures very importantly in our lives. And every decision that we make that's of any bigger consequence, we have to talk and we have to consult and we have to be in coherence or understanding of our second half, our better half, our other half, our partners. So therefore, getting married really is easy, but staying married and remaining married and being married is a huge challenge. It's a personal growth. And I'd like to speak a little bit about that. I think getting married, most important is that we need to be very faithful to each other. If we've chosen this person, no one forced us to choose this person. No one put a gun to our heads. No one bribed us. No one did anything to us. We have chosen on our own free will this person. And before we get married, we have checked this person out, and this person is someone very suitable to us. And so therefore, whatever we have fallen in love with, whatever we were attracted to in this person, we have to always think about those points. If we always think about those points in why we had chosen this person to be our mate for life, if we always concentrate on that, when difficulties come around, it's much easier to overcome. So when we get married, we have to be very faithful to that person. There's plenty of attractive people around. There's plenty of interesting people around. But the most interesting person should be the person that we have chosen. And how do we maintain that type of feeling? By contemplating and thinking about why we fell in love or why we have chosen this person to be our partner. If we always think about this, it's very difficult. It's very difficult to have things go wrong. It's very easy to have things go right. So it's important to be faithful to our partners, because when we're not faithful, it breaks up the other person's mind. It creates mistrust. And if we have children, it affects the children tremendously. And it makes our loved ones worry about us tremendously. So therefore, being faithful to each other is a very key ingredient to a successful, happy relationship, whatever your relationship might be. Secondly, when your partner, when your wife, when your husband, when your mate, let's just say mate easier, has difficulties, we should never feel tired and feel and let them feel abandoned, and let them feel alone, or let them feel we don't support them. When they have difficulties, we should be the first one to step up, to be there for their difficulties, to listen to them, to talk to them, to hear them out, and to support them. And sometimes the difficulties they go through, we cannot help or solve the problem, but by being there, by being with them, by going through with it, just sitting there and holding their hand, or a smile, or bringing them a cup of tea, or taking them for a meal, to let them know that I am with you during these difficulties, would make a huge difference in our partner's mind. And that's what marriage is all about throughout the years. Partnerships. Then, that's number 2. The third point is that if you're in a marriage, it's a wonderful and beautiful opportunity to improve yourself for your partner. You should never think in a relationship, you must change, you must transform. If you do this, I will do that. If you think like that, I will do like this. You as a partner, as a soulmate, must think, I will change my weak points for you. Why? Because you have to live with me, you have to sleep with me, you have to eat with me, you have to travel with me, you have to see my face every single day. It's the husband and wife, the partners, instead of being nice to the whole world and mean to your partner, you must be the most kindest to your partner, because they're the ones that stick through life with you all the way. So if you're nice to the postman, you're nice to the newspaper guy, if you're nice to the garbage truck man, and you give angpaos here and there to the relatives, that's wonderful. You should be a nice person. But what's more important is when you come home and you put on your bathrobe and slippers, you should be most kind and most nice to your partners. Why? It's very simple. Because they're the ones that have chosen to be with us. So we should always be the best we can with our partners. We should never mentally hurt them. We should never use our speech to hurt them. We should never use our body actions to hurt them. We should never go to sleep not speaking. If we have any problems, we should solve it that day. So when we go to sleep, at least that problem has been solved. Never go to sleep with the problem lingering. I'm not talking about financial problems, and I'm not talking about problems beyond your control. I'm talking about personal differences. Never go to sleep with the differences hanging there. And so, marriage is a wonderful way of changing yourself to make your partners more happy. Changing yourself to make your partners love you more. It's not about your partners, it's about you. People separate, and people have differences, and people don't talk or have arguments. It's because they put wrong expectations on the other person. Wrong projections. You should be this way. You should talk this way. You should act this way. My mother said this. My father said this. You know what? Your mother and father may have said this. That's wonderful. That's good for you. But I was brought up differently. I have different thoughts. I have different ideas. And I have different ways of doing things. I respect your way, but you have to respect my way. So what we should do with our partners is always, always, always improve our personal weak points so that we can be the best person for them. And when we do that, usually our partners will reciprocate back, meaning they will do their best to improve themselves for us. And if we live that way with each other, improving, always, we'll be a very happy union. Happy. You see, Lord Buddha or God cannot control our lives. It cannot control our marriage. If they could, no one would be divorced. We control our marriage. We control our destinies. We control what happens. And we control our husband's mind, and our husbands control our mind. And how do we control each other's mind? By kindness. By respect. That's how we control their minds. Control should be switched to nurture their minds. Marriage should be nurturing. A partnership should be nurturing. If our partnership is not nurturing, then either we're not meant to be together, or we're meant to be together, but we are meant to do more for each other. So therefore, once you're married, there's no more thinking we're not meant for each other. You're meant for each other, and you're gonna make it work. Simple as that. Simple as that. And next thing is, we must defend our husband and our wife. We must protect them. We should never go around saying horrible things, or nasty things, or complain, or say unpleasant things about our partners to other people. Do you know why? Because when we say negative things to other people, they can't do anything. The second thing is you bring your partners down in their eyes. And the third thing is you bring yourself down in other people's eyes. When we complain about other people, they may agree with us is because they're experiencing something different, so they feel something, or they want an excuse to feel something, or they don't want to take responsibility. We should never complain about our partners and our husbands or wives to other people. We should keep dirty laundry in the family. Why is that? Our husbands and wives, our partners, has ups and downs. And these, sometimes we're up, sometimes we're down. When people are down, you don't talk more to put them down more. You don't put them down more. So marriage is a wonderful way to become loyal and defend your partners and to protect your partners. You should always tell other people beautiful things about your partners that are true. You should always express the inner beauty of your partners to other people, to make other people love them. And in other words, when you talk about their good qualities, you reflect on their good qualities more. And when you reflect on their good qualities more, what happens? You will love them more. They will love you more. The worst thing is when we tattletale or say negative things about our partners to outside people. And that's a good training for us. It's a very good training. And then the next one is, I will be faithful. I will support you in all difficulties. I will improve my weak points for you. I will defend you. Next one is, I will respect your beliefs. Our partners will have their cultural beliefs, their way of doing business and work, their way of raising family, their way of cleaning the house, their way of driving a car, their way of shopping. They will have their own religious beliefs. They will have their own ethical beliefs. And what we need to do as partners is that we need to respect the other person's belief. I grew up with that in a family in America. My uncle is Mongolian, and he is from he is from Yugoslavia. He was born in Yugoslavia. His family was originally from, of course, the Mongolian states. And his wife was a Russian. Her name was Aunt Honey. And my uncle's name was Uncle Naden. And they both immigrated to the United States during World War II. So they used to come and visit my family home in New Jersey quite often. Aunt Honey, and they have two lovely daughters. So Aunt Honey and Uncle Naden was a wonderful education for me. Was a wonderful, wonderful growing up experience for me because I visited their homes in Philadelphia. Aunt Honey was a very staunch, wonderful Catholic, and she had all the devotions to the Pope. My uncle was a wonderful, staunch, devoted Buddhist, and he had wonderful, wonderful devotions to the Buddhist Pope, the Dalai Lama. And they never had religious issues in their family. They never brought up religious issues in their family. When I visit their family, there would be pictures of the Dalai Lama and Pope and crosses and Buddhas all over the house. And it wasn't Aunt Honey putting a cross here to send a message to Uncle Naden. It wasn't Uncle Naden putting up a Buddha or a Dalai Lama picture to send a message to his wife. They really respected each other's religion. And there was one time I went into their bedroom. I snuck into their bedroom, and I was quite shocked. They're very proper, older people. They don't sleep together. They're in the same bedroom. They have separate beds. And on one side of the bed, there's a night table with an altar to Mother Mary. On this side, on my uncle's side, there's a night table, and there's an altar to Lord Buddha. And their daughters, they have one daughter who became a model, very beautiful. And their daughters wear a Mother Mary pendant, a crucifix, and a Buddha statue, a Buddha image with their whole lives. So when they used to come visit, I used to tease them. I said, don't you get confused? When you need help, who do you call? She says, everybody helps me. I just hold and I just pray. Somebody up there helps me. And I say to Aunt Honey, How do you guys get along? This is very simple. She said very simple to me. She said this to me directly. I love my husband, and I love everything about him. And I go along with everything he does. And she said to me, when the Pope comes to town, we go to get his blessing. When the Dalai Lama goes to town, I go with my husband to get a blessing. And I asked her why. She said to me, simple, a blessing is a blessing. And I respect my husband, and my husband respects me. And I grew up with this kind of exposure to inter-religious harmony. And Aunt Honey would come to the Buddhist church where I used to attend for ceremonies. Her husband would go to the Catholic church from time to time in Philadelphia from time to time. Later on, he stopped going, she stopped going, they became a little lazy. They told me they can pray at home. But my point is, and the most beautiful thing is when they had kids, they said to the kids, you're not Buddhist and you're not Catholic, you're both. Because half of me is in you, half of me is in you, you're both. And I grew up with that wonderful type of exposure and wonderful experience, and it made a deep imprint in my mind that if you believe in your own religion and you follow your own religion, you will become a good person like Aunt Honey, a wonderful Christian. You'll become a good person like my Uncle Naden. Both of them have passed away. You'll become a good person like my Uncle Naden. He was a wonderful person. That he was a strong Buddhist, and the Buddhism in him made him a good person, a good father, a good husband. He was very good. And the good Christian bringing thoughts made my aunt the wonderful person, the open person that she was. And when we were in the house, she would say, Buddha, God this, Buddha this. Sometimes she'd slip and say Buddha, sometimes she'd say God. But the point is what? The point is their relationship worked because they both respected each other. And that's what religion's about. Religion isn't about looking for differences. This is different, that's different. Why do you do this? Why do you do that? Do you believe in this? Do you believe in that? Do you believe in this? Do you believe in that? It's not about that. Religion is about looking for similarities between all of us. Compassion, understanding, love, generosity, patience, respect. And religion is supposed to make us become that type of person so that we become better husbands and wives, better mothers and fathers, better children, better citizens of our country, and better citizens of this planet. Religion should never be used to create differences in people's mind. Oh, why do you pray like that? Why do you have this? Why do you have that? You shouldn't question other people's religion or point fingers at other people's religion. Never, because we are taught as Buddhists since we're very young. Never criticize other people's religion. I've attended the Dalai Lama's teachings many, many times throughout my life. He's the one that ordained me as a priest, personally. And he has told us personally, never criticize other people's religions. There are theosophical and philosophical differences, but there are more similarities. And if we respect other people's religion and we live together, there will be powerful harmony. So therefore, I like that kind of thinking. My point is what? My point is this. I took religion as an example, but I'm going to go deeper. Respecting our partner's belief is not just about religion. It's about everything our partner believes. We need to respect. Respect means what? Let them do it their way, the way they're used to it. And if we're not used to it, we can talk about it and we can come to a compromise. Respecting a belief is compromise. It's not this way or that way. When we have compromise, our relationships will be much better. Much, much better. So if your partner is doing some type of work, charity work, religious work, or work, we must respect it. We must not block them. Because why? If we love our partners, we will let them do what they love. If we love our partners, we will never stop them from doing what they love. As long as it's not prostitution or selling drugs or something bad, of course. I mean, oh, I love you, you can be a prostitute. Oh, I love you, you can do drugs. Oh, I love you, you can drink yourself till you're drunk. No, not that kind of stupid, not that way, not that kind of stupid, wrong support. No. But if you love your partner, if the love is real, you know how you can test it? Let me give you a secret. It's from my years of counseling couples. Years of counseling couples. The secret to see that if you really love a person is if you can let them go to do what they want to do. If you can let them go to do what they want to do, and you're confident about yourself, then that's how you know you love your partner. If you control your partner, and you don't let them, and you restrict them, and you say, you must be with me, you must be with me, you don't love them. You're using them to love yourself for yourself. How do you know if you love your partner? If you're confident enough with them to let them do what they want, and they will come back. It's like this, if the bird loves you, the bird will fly and come back. What's my point? My point is this. If we develop a daily good relationship with our partner, respect, love, honesty, and we have developed trust in their minds, in us, whatever we do, they will be confident. We will be confident. The minute we stop them from doing what they love, it is the ingredient of arguments and disharmony in our relationship. You think about it. I'm not putting religion in this. I'm putting 100% human logic. You think about it. Then next one is, we must share what we have. Whatever we have as partners, we must share. Whatever food, money, whatever we have, we must share. Share doesn't mean take advantage. Share doesn't mean give me, give me. Share means literally to share. If we share what we have with our partners, that will be another ingredient to long-term success. Long-term success. Then, whatever you have promised your husband and your wife or your partner, whatever, when you first met, whatever you have promised, and afterwards in your relationship, whatever you have promised, keep the promise to your partner. Let me tell you why. If you keep the promise to your partner, you will give confidence to your partner. You will make your partner relax. You will make your partner feel safe. And you will make your partner gain more respect for you. And the basis for a happy family is respect of each other. Because when we have respect, our children will see that in us and follow the same way. So therefore, whatever you have promised each other, you should keep your promise. And if there is any way you cannot keep your promise with each other, any way you cannot, you must sit your partner down, relax, and talk. Look in your partner's eye and talk and be honest. Show good body language. Show good facial expression. And express why you cannot fulfill the promise. And ask your partner how you can fulfill that promise. It's very sad to see a husband or wife 5 years, 10 years down the line. They don't know each other. They don't talk about each other. They don't talk to each other. They're not interested in each other. It's very, very sad. It's very, very sad. And so if we sow the seeds of discontent now, that's what's going to happen. So that's what the wedding vows here are about. And I'm going to ask Simon and Suzanne to repeat the vows after me in a short while. I will be faithful to you. I will support you in all difficulties. I will improve on my weak points for you. I will defend you. I will respect your beliefs. I will share what I have with you. I make this promise to you. And then when you say I make this promise to you, you put on the ring. The ring is your commitment to what you have promised. So everything before today is up in the air. Everything after today is solidified. In the Buddhist tradition, it is solidified in the presence of your teacher, in the presence of the Buddha, in the presence of your parents, in the presence of the congregation. It's in the presence of all who witness. That ring gives you that power. So when you slip that ring on your partner's finger, it is symbolic that you will promise all of that. And you're going to do it. Because if you do it, you're going to have a very wonderful, fruitful relationship. And parents and in-laws must also abide by the same things with their children. Because yes, in the mother's eyes, Simon's always little Simon, who needs to get his nose clean, ask him if he's brushed his teeth, if he's eaten, and we can see he's eaten, and to check if he's all right. But now Simon's a big, big boy. So Mama's got to learn that my Simon is a big boy, and my Simon is going to make mistakes, and it's going to hurt me, but I'm going to let him learn. I'm going to let my little Simon grow up. I'm going to let another woman touch and handle and be in my little Simon's life after so many years of me being the only woman in his life. And the mama is going to let go of that. Do you know why? Because the mama loves her son very much. Tremendously. So, the mama is going to let this new lady take care of her son, be with her son, and be involved in his life. And being a sharing, loving mother, which I can see, she will allow her son to grow and bloom now. So therefore, the ingredients for this wonderful, beautiful ceremony will commence today. But once you put on this ring, you're taking a vow to each other. And I humbly request you both to keep your vow very strong with each other and to follow the principles that I have explained. And if we follow that, everything will be fine. Remember, marriage is not a game. It is not to be taken lightly. It is not to be thrown away lightly. It is not to be thought of lightly. You must be faithful. You must support each other in all difficulties. You must improve on your weak points for your partner. You must improve on your weak points. You must defend your partner. You must respect their beliefs. You must share what you have with them. And this promise must be upheld all the time. And this is for people who are not married, who are partners. If you abide by these principles, then your relationship will be fruitful. Fruitful meaning it creates happiness. You see, we're in the Buddhist church now. But it doesn't matter. The church, whatever church it is, whatever religion, is 4 walls and a roof and a floor. It doesn't matter. It's our name. We say it's a church. It's a holy place. We say that. But actually, the real church is in our minds. The real place we see who we are and what we need to do is in here. Because nobody out there can control what's in here. So we need to start here. So therefore, now I will commence with a short prayer to the Buddha of Great Compassion, the Buddha of Great Activities. And during weddings, we usually contact the Buddha of Activities, which is Tara. Tara is like the Catholic Mother Mary. She is not Mother Mary, but she's similar. We request Tara to bless, to consecrate the marriage. We request Tara to bless the minds of the beings who are getting married and everybody participating. That compassion and love and respect will grow in their minds. Again, let me stress, we're nearly at the end. But let me stress for all those present, and let me stress for our bride and our groom, the ingredients to a happy, long relationship. The ingredients to a happy and long relationship happens after the ceremony. It happens outside of the temple of worship. It happens inside our minds. Faith, faithfulness to each other, support to each other, improving one's weak point for each other, and defending each other, respect of each other, and to share what you have with each other is the ingredients to all successful relationships. Just because you're together doesn't mean the relationship will be successful or happy if we do not put these vows in our mind. Remember, not just for the married couple, for everyone. If we truly love another person, we will let them do what makes them happy. Because when they're happy, it is an expression of our love. If we stop them from doing what they love and what they like, we don't love them. We love ourselves. We're using them to love ourselves. So the most important point in a relationship is these vows. So I will request Suzanne and Simon to come and take the vows in front of me. And upon reciting the vows, repeat it after me. They will place the ring on their finger. Once the finger is graced by this wedding band, they are married and they have taken the vows. Once they have taken the vows, most important, more than money, more than house, more than clothes, is holding these vows with each other. Why? You both will be happy. And when you have children, good luck, they will be happy. Your children will be happy. You will be happy. And your children will grow up happy. Why? It is an example they can see. Some of you are couples who will not have children. But you know what? You will make everybody else around you happy anyways. You'll set a good example. So please remember that.